So this last lesson is just how we finish off the journal so that you make it nice and neat and interesting, and very, very strong. There you go. I've painted the outside of the journal just with acrylics, and you paint around the edges because the piece of paper that you cut in the demonstration before gets stuck down and you get really lovely little neat edges. I've got this beautifully stuck down, it's all really firm. I'm going to just get rid of any lumps or bits that I don't like, and I can take some of this off. I don't need all of that. But what that fabric does is really hold that booklet down. So with my good quality PVA glue, I'm going to make sure that that fabric is really holding it down. And really, once that's done, the thing is not going to go anywhere. Then, with a piece of fabric that you cut before, put it onto the newsprint and glue it. Make sure there's glue everywhere, and particularly right up against the edges. This is wallpaper, so it's really thick, good quality wallpaper. So in fact, I can sponge off the glue because I'm so clumsy with this sort of thing. I can sponge off any glue that I get on it, and I'll just show you. It's lovely textured wallpaper, and you can do really nice things with it. Glue it all up right to the very ends of it. I demonstrated how this piece of paper was cut in the previous Tuesday tip, or in the previous part of the video if you're watching the video, as one complete lesson, because I will turn the whole thing into a lesson, a tutorial on making a handmade journal in the end. Okay, well there's tons of glue right to the very edges, because it's really important it sticks neatly down onto the edges. Put that to one side. Bring back your journal. Make sure it's all nicely stuck down on the one side that you're working on. Right, get your piece of paper that's heavily glued. Lay it nice and neatly so there's an even edge all the way around. Press it down into that corner. Make sure you've got a lovely sharp line where it folds into that edge. That'll provide even more support to how well fixed your actual paper is into the journal. Then, using the scissors, just cut off the excess, but try not to mess up the deckled edges too much, because they're nice. And you end up with a lovely finish to the inside of your book. And then you repeat the same on the other side. Just so that you witness me doing the last bit, I'm just laying the piece of paper that I've prepared with already glued onto the back of the journal. I'm going to fit it into that corner so that it's tight, but it leaves room for the book to actually move, like when it's wide open and closed. So you have to give it space to actually open and close and move. I should be able to just lay this over, spread it down, and then cut off the excesses again. Go around the nice little deckled edgy bits. I can tidy that up when it's dry, but there you go. Any bits like this which could be just a bit neater, and just see if I can make that edge a bit neater. There you go. When I have glued this paper on, I dry it flat. If you dry the glue when it's closed, you'll find that this may well rip. So dry it flat so that this is at its most open, and it gives it some flexibility. That's what I'm trying to say, without putting too much tension on this join here so it doesn't rip. So you end up with a really nice journal, lovely hard back, hard cover. The sheets are really nicely fixed in. It all looks really nice, and it's finished off nice and neatly. You can put a little notelet here that says, you know, to so and so and from so and so, and the date, or belongs to so and so, or return to such and such a body when if it's lost. All the bits are really beautifully finished. You know, they're all nice and neat. It looks very professional. And last of all, I just wanted to show you that you can paint this wallpaper really nicely because it responds because of its texture. So I've just got some acrylic ink here, and I'm using it pure. I thought I was going to dilute it, but I tried it and it looks lovely pure. And look what happens. It sits in the grooves and patterns of the wallpaper. So parts of the colour, parts of the pigment are actually resisted and other parts are absorbed, and I just love it. So I'm just going to paint that up, paint the inside just to finish it off. So in the end I chose to do a red and blue inside cover reflecting the red and blue on the front, and all blue at the back reflecting the blue at the back. And that's it, finished. Very unusual handmade journal.